Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Suburban Rifleman. This is my second truck talk video regarding my upcoming AR-10 or LR-308 build. This should be a fairly short video. I did all of my ranting and my explanation behind this project in my last video. I will put an end screen on this video that'll link to the earlier video if you're interested in all of that. But I just wanted to take a look at the next item which has arrived. This is probably the most important, or one of the two most important components of an AR type rifle build, and I have, of course, talking about my barrel. This, like my upper receiver, is also from Ballistic Advantage, and I got a really good deal on this. I did buy this as a Blem, and that's mostly what I want to show you here. I was a little bit concerned, obviously, buying a Blem. I've had very good luck with Ballistic Advantage products, but if you look at their website, and I did buy this directly from Ballistic Advantage, their website says that the product you get when you buy a Blem will be functionally perfect. It will be within their parameters for an acceptable product, but it may have all kinds of problems, including plating inconsistencies, machining inconsistencies, scratches, dents, uneven flutes, all kinds of stuff. And I wasn't really sure what to expect. I've bought a lot of blemished products over the years, and usually I have a very difficult time discerning what the blemish was. Now on this barrel, it's pretty obvious. Just next to the engraving here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, there's a couple of bright spots on the barrel. Two small scuff marks, which happened before the nitride plating was put on. And so they're really not that noticeable. And yeah, from a functional standpoint, I would agree, these are completely inconsequential. And actually, this will be covered by the handguard, so you probably will never see them anyway. But I did buy a 16-inch barrel, and it wasn't until I actually had it in my hand that I realized, I mean, I've dealt with 16-inch AR-15 barrels before, and those are perfectly fine. That seems to be more or less the standard now for building a rifle or a carbine, is 16 inches, with 18 and 20 inches barrels being less common than 16 inches. But for a 308, this thing really looks stumpy. But 16-inch AR-10s are becoming more and more popular. I've watched a lot of reviews. I've watched a lot of shooting videos where guys are shooting out to long range. And it seems pretty clear that unless you're shooting much out beyond 600 to 800 yards, a 16-inch barrel can get the job done, and you save a lot of weight, and obviously the gun is going to be more maneuverable. It just looks, to my eye, to be very, very stumpy. But it looks, other than these two little scuffs, it looks very nicely machined. It comes with these sort of plastic dip covers over the barrel extension. The machining inside the barrel extension looks perfectly fine. The M4 cuts are exactly where they should be. The cutouts for the locking lugs seem fine. The chamber is bright and smooth. As near as I can tell, it doesn't seem to have a rough chamber. There's another little plastic dip cap on the muzzle end. This is, of course, threaded 5/8 by 24. And the crown looks really good. It doesn't have a recessed target crown or anything. It's just a flat face on the muzzle end of the barrel. But there is a nice little chamfer around the inside, and the ends of the rifling are all nicely cut. There's no burrs or anything like that. This looks like it's going to be a really good barrel. One other thing, and I have to admit, I didn't really think when I was ordering this, because I bought this as a Blem, and I bought it directly from Ballistic Advantage, and I can't talk about prices or anything in these videos because YouTube just loses their mind if they think they can accuse you of selling something online or promoting gun parts online. So I can tell you, I did buy it from the manufacturer, and I got a very good deal on this. But One of the options you get when you put the barrel into your cart is to have a pinned low-profile gas block installed at the factory for, I think, $40. And I thought, well, that's a great idea. Why not do that? I'm probably going to have to pay $20 or $30 for a gas block anyway. And now I will know that it's installed correctly and it's been cross-drilled and pinned, and it's going to be fine. But it wasn't until after I checked out that I thought to myself, wait a second, I've still got to install the barrel nut over the barrel to hold the barrel into the receiver. And of course, the Ballistic Advantage sells a lot of barrels. They have to take that into account. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking a pinned gas block. I hope the pins aren't put in with a hydraulic press and the gas block isn't held onto the barrel with rock set or green Loctite or something like that, because I am going to have to remove it to put the barrel nut on. Well, as it turns out, of course, Ballistic Advantage takes that into account. It has been cross-drilled for the pin, and the pin is sealed up in a separate little compartment of the plastic sleeve that the barrel came in, but the pin was never installed. As it stands right now, the gas block is simply held in place with 2 set screws. So this should be very easy to remove. Install the nut, install the barrel into my Ballistic Advantage upper receiver. Then I can replace the gas block, get the gas tube set up, and then go on to install my muzzle device. So this looks like it's going to be very straightforward. Everything about this rifle looks very, very nice, other than those 2, again, inconsequential scuffs on the barrel. The barrel does have this little bread truck engraved on the barrel. This only seems to appear on their blemished products. I guess this indicates a factory second. Why the little bread van? I don't know. If anyone knows the answer to that, please chime in down in the comments. But I think this barrel's going to work out perfectly. I still have other parts inbound. The United States Postal Service seems to have lost my bolt carrier group, however. It arrived in Chicago about a week ago. And when I made my last video, I was still kind of hopeful that it would pop up. Their website says your package is arriving later than expected, but it is still in the system and still on its way to you or something like that. But I have my doubts. It arrived in Chicago at the main sorting facility in Chicago a week ago today, and it has never appeared since. So I think soon I'm going to have to go down to the post office and file a claim and then either buy another of the same bolt carrier group that I already bought, or maybe buy something different from a different seller that uses a shipping service other than the Postal Service. We'll see. But as soon as I get my next shipment of components for my LR308 rifle, we'll take a look at those. And when we do that, I hope to see each of you here then. Later, guys.